movies, podcasts, or real-life conversations sound like a blur of words? Don't worry. Today we're diving deep into one of the biggest challenges English learners face: understanding fast native English. Whether you're preparing for the IELTS listening test, moving to an English-speaking country, or just want to enjoy Netflix without subtitles, this episode is for you. Let's train your ears like a pro.
Today we're tackling a challenge, one that I think hits close to home for so many learning English. Understanding fast native speakers.
Oh, absolutely. It's such a common sticking point.
Yeah, whether you're, prepping for an IELTS listening test, maybe thinking about moving abroad, or honestly just tired of hitting rewind on shows all the time. Think of it as focus training, tuning your ears like a pro.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because it's usually not about grammar or knowing enough words. What our sources really point to is that, everyday spoken English just takes shortcuts.
Right, compared to the really clear stuff you might get in, say, language learning materials.
Exactly.
Yeah, the material we looked at makes that super clear. We're talking about connected speech, how words blend, and how sounds, even whole syllables, can kind of just disappear.
Vanish.
Yeah, and then you've got slang, idioms.
Yeah.
All coming at you really fast.
Like warp speed sometimes. It's just a different beast from textbook English.
Totally.
So the mission today, really, drawing on these insights, it's to give you some practical secrets, tools to help you cut through that speed and, understand what's actually being said.
Okay, let's jump in. Secret number one, learn connected speech. Let's unpack that. What exactly is connected speech for anyone who's not familiar?
Well, it's basically how native speakers naturally link words together in a sentence. They almost become like one continuous sound. It happens because of natural phonetic things, sounds changing or disappearing to make speech flow better.
More efficient for the speaker, maybe?
Exactly. Super common, but yeah, really confusing if you're listening for every single word perfectly pronounced.
Right, and the research gives us a great example. You learn, what are you doing?
Yep, clear as a bell.
But then you hear, what you doing?
What you doing?
And you see how what are you just squishes into what ya?
And doing loses its G. Becomes doing.
It's like bits are missing?
They kind of are, and if you're waiting for that full, what are you doing, you'll probably miss the meaning, right? You'll get stuck.
Okay, so that makes sense. How do we start tuning our ears to this blending? The materials had a tip, didn't they?
Yes, a really practical one. Listen to short bits of audio, like dialogues, TV show clips.
Yeah.
And the key is pause often. Try to repeat exactly what you just heard, even if it sounds weird.
Mimic it.
Yeah, mimic it. Then check the script or subtitles, see how close you were. It helps your ear latch onto those blended sounds through repetition.
Okay, active practice. I like that. Let's move to secret #2. Train with chunk listening. Chunk listening. What's the thinking behind this one?
Well, it kind of builds on connected speech. Instead of just single words linking, you train your ear for common groups of words, phrases that often stick together. They often follow the natural stress patterns in English,
Stress patterns, like where the emphasis falls.
Exactly. Which syllables are louder, longer. That influences how we naturally group words when we speak.
Okay, so the example of the research was, instead of hearing issued to go to workly as one big blur,
Right, a jumble.
you try to hear it in chunks, like, I should go to work early.
Precisely. I should go to work early. You hear the rhythm in those chunks.
Ah, like little musical phrases in the sentence.
That's a great way to put it. These chunks often match grammatical units, or where speakers might naturally pause just slightly. It makes fast speech feel much less overwhelming.
Okay, I see. And the practice method for this?
Simple, but effective. Listen to one sentence, just one, several times.
Okay.
Then consciously try to break it down into those small chunks, 3 or 4 words, maybe. And saying them out loud really helps too. Say each chunk until you feel that rhythm. It's about building intuition for how these groups sound.
Got it. Okay, next up, secret #3. This is one I've heard about. The shadowing technique. Sounds intense.
It can be, but it's powerful. It's something interpreters use, and language learners too.
So what is it? How does it work?
It's very active. You listen to a short audio clip.
Short being key, I imagine.
Definitely, 5 to 15 seconds is plenty to start. You play it, and you repeat what you hear at the same time, simultaneously, trying to match the speed, the tone, everything.
Whoa, okay, so you're talking over the recording. Is that helpful for everyone, or could it be frustrating?
That's a really good question. It can feel awkward at first, for sure, especially if you're, more of a visual learner maybe.
Right.
But the key, according to the material, is not to aim for perfection. The guide is simple. Pick the short clip, play and repeat simultaneously, and crucially, don't worry if you miss words.
Ah, okay. So the goal isn't perfect repetition.
No, not initially. The goal is building rhythm, feeling the speed, getting familiar with how natural speech sounds and how it feels to produce it that quickly.
So it helps listening and speaking. Kind of like a 2-for-1 deal.
Absolutely. It forces your brain to process and produce in real time. That's vital for keeping up with fast conversations.
Makes sense. Okay, secret #4. Listen to different accents. This feels really important, especially, like you said, for tests like IELTS.
Huge. The world of English is so diverse, accent-wise. The sources mention British, Australian, Canadian, American, and there are many more, of course.
And the core grammar might be the same, but the sounds...
Oh, the sounds, the speed, the slang, it can all vary quite a bit. You need that exposure. Are there specific, sound differences people should listen out for between, say, UK and US?
That's a great point. I mean, think about vowels or the R sound. The research gives examples of phrases, too.
Right.
Like in Britain, can I get you a cup of tea?
Standard.
In America.
Yeah.
Want to grab some coffee?
Different drink, different phrasing.
And Australia. Fancy a cup of mate?
Ha! Yeah. Cuppa and mate. Same idea. Totally different delivery.
Exactly. And if you only ever listen to one type, you might be completely lost hearing another.
Definitely. It broadens your understanding immensely.
So where can people get this exposure? What do the sources suggest?
Lots of good places. TED Talks are great speakers from all over.
Yeah.
News channels, BBC for British, CNN for American, ABC Australia. You get the idea.
Oh.
YouTubers from different countries are fantastic too. And of course, podcasts and TV dramas from various English-speaking regions. Just mix it up.
Good advice. Okay, this leads nicely into the mini dialogue practice section. This really shows the difference, I think. Let's hear the native style dialogue first.
Okay, here it is. Speaker A. Hey, yeah, coming to the party tonight. Speaker B. Dunno yet. Gotta finish some stuff. Speaker A. Come on, it's Friday. Don't bail again. Speaker B. All right, I'm in.
Wow, yeah, packed with those features. Yeah, coming, dunno, gotta come and bail.
Exactly. Now, compare that to the slow plus clear version.
Mm-hmm.
A, hey, are you coming to the party tonight? B, I don't know yet. I have to finish some work. A, come on, it's Friday. Don't cancel again. B, okay, I'll come.
The difference is huge. It's almost like 2 different languages.
It can feel that way.
And the material suggests repeating that fast version a few times, then trying to say it yourself quickly. What's the payoff for doing that? Why mimic the fast one?
Because you're directly engaging with those tricky bits, the connected sounds, the rhythm. It trains your ear more effectively when you also try to produce it. And it helps your own speaking feel more natural, too. It bridges that listening-speaking gap.
Okay, practice again. Got it. Secret #5 then. Mix passive plus active listening. People often wonder about this, don't they? Just having English on in the background, does it actually do anything?
The sources say yes, definitely. That's passive listening. Playing English audio while you're doing other things, cleaning, walking, cooking, whatever, your brain is absorbing patterns, sounds, the rhythm of the language, even if you're not consciously focused.
Like background absorption. Osmosis for your ears.
Kinda. And then there's active listening. That's the focused effort.
Right. Headphones on, maybe?
Yeah, sitting down, really paying attention, maybe repeating lines like we said with shadowing, or trying to catch specific words, maybe even writing things down.
So it's not one or the other. You need both.
Exactly. The research really stresses consistency with both. Even just, say, 15 minutes a day, mixing a bit of active focus with having passive audio on at other times, that can make a real difference over time.
Okay, good to know both have value. Finally, the bonus. Listening resources. Always helpful.
Yeah, the material listed some great ones. First, ELLO.org.
ELLO. E-L-L-O.
That's the one. ELLO.org. It's fantastic for hearing real speakers from all over the world. Great for that accent practice we talked about.
Nice. What else?
BBC Learning English, always solid, especially for intermediate folks and up.
Oh, classic.
Then there's a podcast called The English We Speak, also from the BBC, I think.
Ah, okay. What's the focus there?
It specifically breaks down native expressions and idioms, really useful for understanding those bits that aren't literal. Those things can really throw you off in fast speech.
Absolutely. Any others?
And finally, using Netflix with subtitles. Simple but effective. Shows like Friends, The Crown, Modern Family were suggested.
Right, so you see the words and hear them in a natural context.
Exactly. Connecting the sounds to the text helps a lot.
That's a really good set of resources. Something for everyone there, covering accents, idioms, general practice.
Yeah, finding what works for you and sticking with it is key, making it part of your routine.
So let's kind of wrap this up. It's clear understanding fast native English is, well, tough. It's a real hurdle.
It is. But as we've discussed, it's definitely achievable. It's a skill you can build with the right strategies.
Right. So those strategies, again, were understanding and listening for connected speech.
Practicing chunk listening to catch those natural word groups.
Using the shadowing technique, speaking along.
Getting exposure to lots of different accents.
And balancing both passive and active listening.
That covers the main secrets.
And the big takeaway, maybe, is start slow, be consistent with the ear training daily if possible, and importantly, don't be afraid to mimic and make mistakes.
Absolutely. It's all part of the process. Nobody gets it perfect straight away.
Okay, so a final thought for you, our listener, based on all this.
Your fluency really does grow one sentence at a time. So maybe think about which one of these techniques we talked about. Which one could you realistically start doing, even just a little bit each day? Pick one and see if you start noticing.
Start slow, train your ear daily, and don't be afraid to mimic and make mistakes. Your fluency grows one sentence at a time. Thanks for joining English Shining. If you found this episode helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more podcasts to boost your English skills. And remember, the more you listen, the better you speak. Happy listening.